So Gwen's character started off in the first season as quite innocent,
Yes.
but over the course of the episodes she became much darker. Does this trend continue in season 2?
I think with the first series it was very difficult to kind of pitch Gwen because she had to be feasible to become part of the organisation. Jack had to see something in her, a strength in her that would warrant to be in Torchwood. So the development of the character Gwen is quite extraordinary because she goes from being quite naive and quite she's ordinary. She gets taken into an extraordinary world. So when this happens, there's a massive kind of story arc, and then with the second series you see more, as you see with Jack at the end of the first series disappears, and Gwen has to therefore lead the team, and she does so she's very strong, very feisty, and she's a very strong part of the group. She's never not frightened or blasé about what she sees, because she's leading the group while Jack's away, so she has to be strong. She deals with it, and she also she just deals with it differently. She's always shocked. She's always going to be in awe of everything that she sees. Otherwise, she's going to lose the connection of the audience. So the answer is yes. She does. She's far more serious, I think, this year. She's a bit more grounded, and she knows what her feet are.
And she's with a dark element of her character coming out, where she's hardly monogamous, and she's becoming engaged now, but she still clearly has eyes for other people. Do you still manage to find a lot of empathy for the character?
Well, I think with the first series, the affair with Owen and falling in love with Jack, whether it's a relationship love or whether it's a respect love, we're yet to find that out and for you guys to see. But it was a huge mistake on her path, and she had to live with that guilt of having that that fling with Owen, and she lived with it, and it tore her to bits. So the second series, she's completely monogamous. She's not with anybody else. She's with Reese, and she's trying her hardest to juggle both worlds. She's trying to juggle the Torchwood world with the being at home girlfriend, and as we know, they get married. There's a wedding, and she fights every day to be with him. And obviously Jack is always a huge temptation for men and for women, for dogs and for cats, for everybody. They have that kind of unrequited love then, I suppose, but that's what makes it interesting.
So does she lock lips with any of the Torchwood crew along the second season?
Torchwood crew? No, that would be telling, wouldn't it? You mean the Torchwood gang?
Yeah, the gang, yeah. Not the crew, not the cameraman.
Oh, right, okay. You'll have to wait and see.
And what's your favourite episode coming up?
Well, I haven't seen any of them, and that's my choice. I tend to not, because I get very nervous. But I enjoyed doing one particular episode because it was fun. The wedding episode was fun, and I got to work with some really great people, and we were just doing the most crazy things, but it all works, and it was fun, and we got out of the hub, and it was just a different scenario and a different kind of surroundings for us all, and we really enjoyed it. And it was it was light relief, because it's in between two quite heavy episodes.
There seems, judging by the first episode of the second season we've seen just now, there seems to be more of a humour element, quite a base, broad humour.
Yes.
Was that noticeable in the scripts you got for the second season?
Oh yes. I think generally the second series is a lot lighter, with the dialogue and scenarios, and but you've also got some very heavy and dark stuff. So they balance one another out. There's a great kind of one wouldn't work without the other, and the writing has been really witty this year and quick, and it's been great to perform.
Gwen's often placed in situations of peril and jeopardy, being attacked by weevils on the streets, but does that ever impact on you as an actress? Do you really sometimes feel genuinely scared when filming scenes? Well,
it'd be kind of naive of me to say no, actually. I mean, I've been a huge horror fan since I could speak. I've been watching horror films and things, but there was just one particular scene that we did, and it was just about me being attacked by an alien, and it's really quite brutal, and it's very frightening. It was done in the dark and the rain and the mud, and that's just a little. It's just a little bit unnerving for a woman in this day and age, because it's you can't go out there on your own half the time. It's very frightening, and just to be in that situation sometimes it's just a little bit odd. But then you look up and you've got 50 people around you and you're all right, But no, we're a good tight-knit team. We take care of each other. And if we were frightened about anything, we have fantastic stunt coordinators, wonderful directors. And if there's anything you're, just a little bit nervous of or wary of, it'll get sorted out.
And there's some fantastic guest stars coming up. Who is your favourite to work with?
Oh, I think it'd be really unfair of me to say my favourite, but I got to work quite a lot with Ruth Jones, who is just fantastic, and Ruth's done some fantastic straight acting, and but we're more aware of Ruth's big character acting, comedy characters. In this, she's very, very straight, and she's heartbreaking. It's such a beautiful performance, and it was an absolute pleasure to work with her. And then you've got, Alan Dale, and you've got James Masters is just amazing on and off set. He's fantastic. And everybody, I mean, if I start naming one, I have to name everybody. And even if they're not famous, the people we get in are so dedicated to it. And it's lovely to have fresh faces to come in.
Now, without giving too much away, how does Gwen end up at the end of season 2?
Stronger again. Broken, but stronger.